Badgey, 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 peanut hamper. A Badgey, 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 Badgey. A peanut hamper. Hagamis. Hello and welcome back to another episode of TrekHammer, where we're talking about Star Trek Lower Decks Season 4, Episode 7, A Few Badgeys More. So this episode is actually quite interesting because it kind of resolves some plot lines that have been going on since Season 1. Agamis is back, Peanut Hamper's back, and they've formed a kind of crime duo trying to get out of prison, which was very interesting. And also, Badgey's back. Badgey is, of course, one of the best characters from the entirety of Star Trek Lower Decks because he's such an obnoxious prick. But he's also really consumed by daddy issues, which means he's got this massive weakness. And that, of course, gets exploited today. But we also get to see different sides of Badgey. So he's not just one big git. He's many gits all wrapped up in a git soup. So that was quite good. We also get to see what has to be the most interesting return of any set of characters, because we get to see the Binars again. We haven't seen them since Star Trek The Next Generation. They're not one of those species that really works in most stories, so we don't get to see a lot of them, but they're back. And apparently they're getting destroyed as well by this weird space ship that's going around. But of course, with this being episode 7 of a 10-part season, we're starting to get close to the resolution of whatever that storyline is. So now we've found these ships aren't getting destroyed so much as collected with bits left over, which makes me wonder who's behind all of this, because we've just seen the Drachmani and they were getting a load of salvage, collecting things, and then Badgey turned up and screwed them over. But they're not the only ones that like to collect things, are they? The Packleds also like to get parts of ships, like, we want your ship pieces to add to our ship pieces so we can have all the ship pieces. That was like their driving motivation for Season 1's finale. Are they back as a more active threat? Or could this be something else? The whale probe is in the intro now, which kind of references the films. And of course, Vija also collected things. Doesn't look like a Packled ship. Doesn't look like a Drachmani ship. Doesn't look like Vija. But what about the species that altered Vija? That might be an interesting way of seeing things. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes from this main storyline. For the rest of it, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good episode. But the thing I remember the most from it is that I didn't laugh. And that is quite telling for a comedy show. This really felt like it was a character resolution episode and also a plot dump, more than being a straight comedy. So that's interesting. They've gone for a very different style. I think it worked. It was good. But I am a little worried that this is a comedy show and I stopped laughing. So on the whole, I think it's only appropriate, given that it's a good story, but it wasn't funny that much, if I give it a 7.5 out of 10. So, warp factor 7.5, Mr. Sulu, engage. I think that's a pretty good score. What do you think of this episode? Did you think it was funny? Am I the only one that just didn't really click with the jokes? Did you like Badgey's return, or seeing the Binars, or any other part of this? It was a good story. I enjoyed it, but I'd love to hear what your opinions are. So please do leave them in the comment section down below, because then we can have a very nice talk about Star Trek. I always like to talk about Star Trek. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk Robinson. You've been watching TrekHammer, and I will see you next time. If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey 82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.